About a year ago, I had a good friend of mine come up to me and say that she was not creative. Literally, her 3 words were, "I'm not creative." And it really struck me for a few reasons. One, that's not true. In fact, she's very creative. She's super smart. She's one of the smartest people I know. And that really bummed me out. Here I am thinking, number one, that's not true. And number two, one of my best friends is being mean to my best friend. What the hell? So I had to lovingly call her out and tell her that wasn't true and why that was. But then it also had me reflecting on how many other people I have known and or heard from saying something almost exactly like that, and how that feeling is something that a lot of people have. It could be, maybe it's not, "I'm not creative." It might be something like, "I'm not artistic, I can't do that, that's not for me, I tried it, I'm not good at it," etc., etc. Whether you're saying it out loud or thinking it to yourself really doesn't matter. It's the belief that you hold that you are not creative in some way, shape, or form. Here's the thing. Yes, some of us might be prone to certain types of creativity more than others, and some of us might just need a little bit more practice and engagement in order to make creativity work and excel. I want to share with you a few reasons why that is, and also, so we'll debunk that, and then also how to become more creative going forward in whatever field or discipline you're looking at. 2 parts, okay? So first, let's debunk this. And one of my favorite quotes on this topic is actually from a book called The Creative Habit by Twyla Tharp. And you probably aren't familiar with it unless you went to art school, because it's not something that the regular person picks up. But it has some very awesome tips in it. I've read it a few times, but my first time reading it was back in college. Gosh, I don't know, a while ago. We won't say exactly how long, but it's been a while. And here's one of my favorite quotes from this book. And I want you to really sit with this, because this is the truth. And I'll share it with you in a moment why. Creativity is not a gift from the gods. It is a product of preparation and effort. What she's saying here is that creativity is not just some innate thing. It's not some ephemeral thing that people are just blessed with, Yes, there are some people who are born geniuses. Maybe they're on their spectrum, this, that, or the other. That does happen. But it doesn't mean that the average person cannot be absolutely excellent in a creative field. So creativity is not innate. It is earned through doing, through practice, through regular practice, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in this every single day, but it does mean you need to be regularly practicing creativity in whatever form that you're interested in pursuing. You don't have to know how to be creative. Again, this is something we practice. It's something that we ritualize for ourselves. It's not something you have to just know automatically, right? It's something you can build for yourself based on what you know about yourself, where you're going, and if you are fortunate, you have a great coach or someone to guide you along that path. So let's talk about why this is scientifically a thing, okay? Several really well-respected scientific journals and also if you follow people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, people who have worked on a lot of these scientific studies to prove what's most effective here. The practice is the thing. The engagement is the thing. The practice and engagement does something called creating neural pathways. That means that there are certain components in your brain that are firing and wiring. That's a Dr. Joe quote, a Dr. Joe expression, firing and wiring to create new connections. And what these new neural connections do is that they help you in part. There's a number of things that they do, okay? They're good for your health, they're good for all sorts of things. But one of the things that they do is that they help you with your creativity. You get creatively smarter, okay, to basically sum that up. And so it's actually very important that you practice, because the practice not only makes you better as far as practice makes progress, but it also makes you creatively smarter and more attuned. Your brain is therefore geared towards creativity because you practice it. The more you exercise, the more you become. Creativity is this beautiful, infinite resource. Okay, it's not finite. It's like the opposite of that expression. Creativity, money doesn't grow on trees. You ever heard of that? I'm sure you have. I mean, I don't know anyone who hasn't heard that expression. Money doesn't grow on trees. I'm actually going to disagree with that because trees are money's made of paper, but I digress. These days it's actually made of like internet transactions for the most part, but hey, we still have cash. Money does actually, grow from trees, so I'll debunk that too while we're on it. But let's talk about creativity does grow on trees. Creativity does grow on trees, and you can quote me on that. It is an infinite resource. The more you use, the more you have. It is the opposite of trying to dig through your wallet for whatever you're trying to buy. That's a finite resource as far as that moment in time, what you have in your wallet, right? When it comes to creativity, the more you engage, the more you practice, the more those neural pathways are firing and wiring, creating new ones and creating more opportunities for you to become creatively smarter and more attuned. The more creative you become, the more resources that you have and the more opportunities you can engage with. So it's pretty amazing like that. Let me think if there's something else I'd be sharing with you right now on this. Yes, now I remember this is what I wanted to say to you. Ritualistic stuff on this is important. So this video is open to a lot of people. There's a lot of people that I would be happy to serve with this information. It's geared towards a certain demographic though. And so I want to speak to you right now. If this is you, let me know. If you are spiritual and into, maybe you have a wellness business or a solopreneur, coach type, this is something I want to speak specifically to you if you're spiritually oriented. You are already ritualistic. Oh, say hi to the kitty. You are already ritualistic and strong in that. That's your jam. I know that about you. And so I want you to take that sense of ritualistic practice that you use for whatever type of devotional work that you do, whether you're witchy or new age or anything like that. I want you to take that attitude and I want you to apply it to creativity, okay? It's already built in for you. It's already there for you. It's already working for you. So if you want to take that ritualistic attitude and apply it to your creativity, you're going to be really strong there because, again, creativity is about practice. I know that's really boring and unsexy, but you can make it fun through ritualistic practices, okay? So I'm going to give you an example of what that might look like for you in the next video. But for now, what I would like for you to sit with is the debunking of the creative BS that said with love you've probably been saying to yourself for years, for a long time, because of the misconceptions. And number two, I really want to encourage you to pick up a copy of that book or to get some sort of summary of it. I think it's a really important tool for anyone on the planet. Like I said, not just art students, not just creative professionals who focus on that as their bread and butter. It's for everyone. So pick up a copy of the book. It is called The Creative Habit, and it's by Twyla Tharp. And in the next video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about how you can apply what we just talked about so that you can start to change your creative habits in a way that works for you specifically. And even though practice makes progress doesn't sound sexy to you right now, trust me, we can make it fun and we can make it work for you specifically. So we'll get into that in the next video, but for this one, let's sit with the debunking and pick up a copy of that book. Okay? We'll see you in a bit.